Here, folks, on this beautiful Wednesday, the last Wednesday of September. And I do hope that I can get things to work. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna see if this is working on my channel. And find out. Yay! It looks like it is. It's been a journey. Okay, hopefully this works too. It does. How nice. Okay, that's great. I don't think you can hear the audio, right? Okay, so I'm going to set preferences to go to Wasapi shared. Yeah, good old turn it off, turn it back on again thing. It's real awkward, though, to do midstream, so sorry. Like I said before, I do not specialize in slick. All right, let's have a listen to this. This is Eugene Ruff-Wagner's song Good Hands, which I've been working on for past couple weeks. And I want to get a finished version for my mentor, Cy Medway-Smith, to listen to by tomorrow. So we'll see if we can try to get this sort of tidied up and put a bow on it tonight. And then if we can, we'll move on to something else, but this we'll see.
You're sending me on an expedition to see what I can see. Look at what drives
Sounding good so far.
and talk philosophically, but I'm supposed to do something more. Well, okay, but what for?
Wow. Okay. I don't even think I've ever had this happen. So, Owl City Fireflies is one of our references for this song. And so I threw it into this plugin called Mastering the Mix, which is called Reference. It's the name of the plugin. And so I've put Owl City in here, and I'm not going to play it for you because it'll ding the copyright ding. And it analyzes it, matching the levels with my original track. And it seems like my bass is right where it should be, which is great. Great to see. I don't think I've ever seen that before. We're just like...
Try to chase a vision.
Like, that's not that far off. I could boost more of my highs. They could be sparklier. So, which I don't know if I agree with. That's also a style thing.
Just anybody, how will I trust you? If I give you my vision on demand,
It's sounding good, though.
I hope you understand how vulnerable I am. When my side is your command, I just pray my eyes are in good hands.
Hi, Kiara. Coffee's good move. Very good move. I've got things working. Had to turn it off, turn it back on again. That old chestnut.
Our spyglasses, and my ass is in trouble.
Okay, so I added vocoder to this, and I'd never used a true vocoder before, and I'm still getting used to it. And it's not like other plugins where you put it on a track and then you do the settings and voila, robot voice, yay! It's like a combo of an instrument and an effect, so it's a bit confusing. It was a bit confusing for me to set up. Very cool. Super Rabbit had a post in the Cakewalk Bandlab by Bandlab forum about this very plugin, about setting it up, and that was helpful. I still don't quite understand it, but let's look at said vocoder. So I have the actual instance of it on this, and it almost doesn't matter how I have that set up as long as signal is flowing into this plugin. This is called TAL Vocoder. It's free, and once I get it working, it really is very cool. So I have that on there, and oh wait, that's not how I did. There's 2 ways you can do it. Confusing myself. Okay, forget that. I have it set up on the bus, and it's my vocoder bus. Do you know what a vocoder is? What it actually is? Think Daft Punk. So let me just solo this so you can actually hear. Oh, and I had it muted. That may make a difference. Yeah, that would make the difference of why I wasn't hearing it. So here's it soloed. No? No? Maybe not. It's really neat. So I wrote these chords, MIDI chords, and I have it set up with a Vital synth, just on the initial setting, not even a fancy patch. This is just the initial. It's kind of perfect for vocoder. So I wrote these chords, and so the signal, the signal is coming from the voice and going into the vocoder. And I'm not explaining this well. I am sorry. And then I have it set up as input mode on, where if I pan the thing all the way to the left, that's the carrier signal, and all the way to the right is the modulator signal. So this Vital is panned all the way, you can see it over here, all the way to the left, which makes it the carrier signal. It's the thing that carries the sound. Getting used to these terms. And the modulator, so the thing that is affecting that, is this track, this Vox for vocoder, and I have it panned all the way to the right so that it is the carrier signal. And this is done as a side chain. So it's kind of confusing to set up, and I'm going to play with it more and then do a video that's just super, super clear. There's like one video from a guy in the UK trying to set this up, and it's like immediately confusing right from the get-go. And it's very low volume too, so I will work on this. But I'm really excited about the vocoder effect, especially for this whole EP, because it's just such a iconic robot effect, and it's beautiful. So let's listen to how I have it set up. I had it muted when I was first playing it there. So
you're sending me on an expedition to see what I can see. Look, I would rather just do nothing and talk philosophically, but I'm supposed to do something more. Well, okay, but what for?
hi, Jeremiah. Yes, I'm back. I didn't fall into a black hole. Not this time. I'm still having some technical issues, but good old turn it off and turn it back on again. Helped with that. Just talking about the vocoder that I used on this. They're so cool, but yeah, the plugins are a little bit confusing to set up. So many cool effects are based on routing correctly. just added a new, this little thing. I need to check. So I just added this little sparkly piano thing. And need to check it out. And I am having trouble with some glitch outs with this with Sappy. I think it does it more often. I'll keep going with this, and if it's awful, then we'll change it. But what vocoder am I using? It is free, and it's called TAL, T-A-L. I'm sure it stands for something. Here, let me pull it up. Yeah, TAL vocoder. If you Google that, you can find the download. It's free. Of course, you can donate if you like it. And I'll probably throw $5 at whoever made this because it's very cool. And I'm just now starting to play with it. It's complicated to set up, but it's more like a mental thing. It's like, am I picturing how the routing is working? And I can't quite yet, but I'm glad it is. Glad that it's working. Like the difference between a carrier and a modulator. It's like the carrier that's the vital synth. So that's the output for the sound. And vital is a synthesizer, as you may know from my videos. I use it every production. It's free and wonderful. And so I'm using vital as the carrier signal for the vocoder to come out of. But you could use anything. Like there's a Cakewalk instrument, what is it? TSS? The synthesizer that's built in with Cakewalk. You could use that. You wouldn't have to download anything else. So that basic sound is what the vocoder is using as the carrier. And the modulator, the thing that is changing that sound, modulating it, is the vocal. So there you have it. TTS. Yeah. Yeah, that like yeah. Thanks, Jeremiah. Yeah. And you could use that too, but I like Vital and I use it all the time. So that's what I'm using. Yeah. Fun. Beautiful, beautiful effect. I'm excited to get to know it a little bit better. What was I doing? I was checking. I have these little piano parts, these little sparkle parts. I want to make sure they're sparkly. We'll do a dim solo on this so you can hear it. It's a really nice patch called Shakuhachi. Like those are late, but why? Do. Oh, this must be a sound that only has one voice at a time. I'm going to see what it sounds like if I up that to 5. What I'm saying is that it can only play one note at a time if it's set to 1. So let's see what it sounds like now, if it can do chords. Glitching out, sorry. I actually like that. Yeah. Although I think I will. Yeah, that's really pretty. Oh, yeah, dim solo is helpful. And I use it a lot. So straight solo is good too. Oh, this is glitching out a lot. So, interesting thing. And again, it's a routing thing I haven't 100% got my head around, but the reason I'm hearing the vocoder, even though I have soloed, the shakuhachi is because of the post-fader, pre-fader button and the way I have it routed. I'm a little afraid to turn off that post. So I'm just going to listen to the vocoder along with that. All right. This glitch has got me officially nuts. So we're going to change drivers. Okay. It's fine. All right. Back in ASIO. I'm going to close that. And to make sure that you can, because I can hear it, but you can't. So when I go to Voxengo, my little Voxengo recorder, and actually that's fine. Should be fine. If I hit start and then play, then you should be able to hear it. And I'm getting it doubled, so I'm going to mute my outputs. And I have to remember to unmute those later when I am exporting this file. Otherwise, I get a nice file of silence. So, let's see if that's going to work for us. Really hope it does. It's sounding really pretty. Yeah. Yeah, that's a beautiful sound. It does take up a lot of frequency space, but it's all in the high frequencies. Actually, I should look at that. Let's have a look. Make sure the Pro channel is on. Ooh, there was some nasty note. I don't know what I was hearing. It's fine now. There was something. But anyway, looking back at the frequency, there's some low frequencies I just don't need. I don't need them. They're going to muddy things up. So let's just take them out until we lose flavor. Still haven't lost flavor. If anything, sounds nice. Ooh, sparkly. Yeah, I really notched that away. So let's see what that sounds like in context with everything else. Sounds good. And I think I want to pan it if I haven't already. Oh, it looks like I have some automation on there. I don't want that automation. So I'm going to open up this automation lane and just delete all that. Yes, less mud in your bottom, always a good thing. Thank you, Kiara. I quite agree. In music as in life. All right, I just got rid of all of that. It's really easy to get rid of automation. You just select it and then hit delete. All right, I think I want this particular sound to be, let's see, what are some of my other high sounds? You know, I kind of wish I could zoom in and out of my tracks here as easily as I could up here. That'd be really handy, like resize them, you know? I can resize them a little bit. Yeah, let me think about what else is happening in that frequency and where that frequency is so that it can really sing by itself. I'm like 500. Can't even.
I just pray my eyes are in good hands. Pray my eyes are in good hands.
Okay, so let's see what else is in that like 500 to 5,000 range. I mean, a lot of things are in there. I know that. But let's make sure that those things are panned away from each other so they can each have their own space. Because it is a popular part of the frequency spectrum. So for funsies, let's just put that one all the way to the left. This bell chime, it's going to be similar. Let's have a listen to just that. Narrow that a little bit. Oh, that cleans it up, doesn't it? Oh! 500 is a weird thing to boost. Why did I boost that? Ah, it's prettier over here. Now, what I've done here is sort of goofy. It's like I could just turn the whole damn thing up, really. If I'm going to do this to the bands, I don't know. Which I probably will. That's nice. Okay, so now let's get this and the shakuhachi playing nice together where they're just totally away from each other. I had done some initial automation, I think, on this, but I want to take it out with frequency in mind. Frequency is everything. Everything is frequency. It's true. Keanu says, automate volume just in the bits between vocals. Nah. If anything, I would do use a sidechain compressor if they were getting in the way. But first, I want to just make sure I'm literally carving out space so that they are separate from each other rather than doing anything with volume at this point. Okay, so let me listen. I mean, there's no wrong way to do things, right? You know, if it sounds good, it is good. But then it's... I want to make sure that I've got a foundation of automatically thinking about frequencies and panning. Because that's been the professional advice that has made the most immediate difference for any of my mixes. So I try to keep it in mind. All right, let's listen to these two together. Let's take the... Now it's sounding really wide and cool. Okay, so now let's look at vocals. The bell is all the way to the right. Shakuhachi is all the way to the left. Let's look at our vocals now. And there's 3 vocals. Let's listen to what each of them are doing. They're all doing a little different job, and they're all panned differently too. I'm just gonna mute the vocoder for now. Okay, and then this one is to the right, and I believe it's... I have that one done up so that the high mids are boosted. That's what I did. And this one is just a wider stereo field, and then this one's straight down the middle and is our kind of main vocal. If I give you my vision on demand. Well, something I need to do with that is do a little Melodyne on it. I'm so glad things are working. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I have nothing made of wood around me. Oh, there's my guitar. Okay, good. Let's get this cleaned up and really tight. If I give you my vision on it's just wiggly. It's just wiggly, and I don't think that this song... let's get this. This is all one note. So let's take it and make it not so drifty. If I give you my vision on demand. It goes a little sharp. It's a little sharp. If I give you my vision on demand, I hope you want. I have a feeling that's gonna sound really weird. Whoops. I hope you understand. Actually, does not sound weird. It sounds alright. Hope. I hope you understand. That's sharp now. Should have known that. I hope you understand how vulnerable I am when my side. That one's fine. That one's fine. My side. When my side is your command. Sounding good? I just pray my eyes are in good hands. Pray my eyes are in good hands. Okay, that's good. I just wanted that first wiggle out of it. It's going to bounce that into its own track. So thank you, Melodyne. Goodbye. All right. Frequencies. Back to frequencies. So let's, and I remember I did some specific EQing for these, but now let's get them panned in a way that they're playing nice. So I have the bell and that other bell-like sound all the way panned left and right. I take this off, so. Look at where it's sitting. When my side is your command, I just pray my eyes are in good hands. Sounding good. Pray my eyes are in good hands. Now that's sounding pretty nice and clear to me. I feel like things aren't in the way. This other sound, this drum circle sound. Let's look at that one. And how do I have it panned? And what's going on with it? Right now it looks straight down the middle. It's also in that range. I gotta turn on the old Pro channel, don't I? Again, this is sort of a goofy, like, why didn't I just turn up the whole thing? Why would I do this with the bands? I don't know. Okay, so let me... Thank you, Kiana. Glad it's sounding great. Yeah, it's cleaner. Getting things into their own space is definitely a process and like a mindset more than anything else. Because like I'm such a throw all the toys on the floor and play with what's there, and then just like, but having a kind of methodical thinking, really thinking about where to place things. I mean, this is the difference between somebody who's a composer and not. It's like composers really place things in specific places. So that's what we're doing. This little sound. Let's just actually this is a better example over here where I can set up a repeat. Y'all know how to do that? So when I see this little green thing, if I hit this, set loop points to selection, that gives me a little loop. You can turn it off by hitting L or by hitting that. Loop. All right, so let's listen. Okay. This one's in a little bit different frequency than this one even. Okay, well, let me figure out where this one is sitting. Turn off my loop. I could probably turn off some of my highs. Yeah, and I think I will. So I'll put a low pass on it. So this is lower sound than I initially thought. This is lower than some of the others. So I'm going to get it out of the way of the bells. Kiana, I love that. Yes, visualizing the orchestra and where everybody's sitting. But it's funny with synthesizers. It's like there's no set placement. But I guess you could think of, in terms of frequencies, the whole frequency spectrum is there in an orchestra, and so just substituting these weirdo Android instruments instead of traditional, then it works. It works. Okay, so that's sounding like it's its own world now. That's good. It's not too much in the frequency of the bells or the voice, really. Sounding good. What else is sitting with that frequency? What else have I got going? I've got the bass going on. So let's listen to those together and to see what else, to see if those play nice. I have my 808 and my drum circle. So let's just solo those together. Yeah, they're not in the way of each other. Bass in general should be straight down the middle. Should not be panned left and right. I guess rules are made to be broken, but the theory behind that is that we get a sense of steadiness and a sense of groundedness when we hear the bass down the center of the stereo field. So it kind of puts your listener at ease. Grounds them in the song when the bass is straight down the middle, and that makes sense to me. That intuitively I feel that, so I'm going with it. I didn't always used to do that, but I like that as a theory. Okay, yeah, the bass isn't too much in that guy's frequency, so we'll just let those. Yeah, I think those cohabit. kind of want to put it off to the side though. I want to put it like, let's put it squarely in the right. Put it all the way in the right ear. Let's just be crazy. That was like not in my right ear. What is happening? You can see it on this meter too. It wasn't. I guess because it's already a stereo sound, but it should. Look at this meter. Oh, and what in the world? Why is that sneaking up?
Trust you. If I give you my vision on demand.
I'm sorry, I'm like disturbed as to why this won't actually pan. I'm hitting the right thing, right? Number 6. Yep.
Trust you. If I give.
Why would this be? All right, let's see what I've got going on. I don't even think I have anything hooked to this compressor. So what if I just turn that off?
Trust you. If I.
All right, and also what is this volume thing that I have going on? Why? That's the problem with taking a really long time to do productions. Actually, it's like I know that I've made decisions before. I had reasons for making these decisions, like with this with the volume thing on the drum circle. But usually volume is what I do last. For some reason, I thought that was the thing to do at the time, but now I don't know because this production has gone on for a while. So this is an advantage to having tight deadlines. I think since doing this, I'm going to get rid of this automation. I think since doing that, I actually rearranged. I had the drum circle effect going the whole time through the voice, but now I've changed it to be in the in-between spaces, so it's not overrunning the voice at all now. Arrangement is so important. More so than carving out frequencies. You know, if you have your arrangement, like Keanu, you're saying, starting to think about frequencies in the beginning when you're choosing instruments. Absolutely, choosing those instruments that fill out the whole frequency and aren't too heavy on a certain set of band. So I am trying to do that with arrangement here. All right, let's just back it up. And what else have I got solo? I don't even know. Oh, the bass.
You're sending me on an expedition.
All right, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Why? I did delete that, right? No. Delete. Okay. Let's look at the candy bus. Maybe there's something in the candy bus that's not letting me. No. What would there's nothing. Why isn't it panning for realsies? I think I know why. This is actually MIDI. Ooh, that I've frozen. Okay. We're gonna do something right now. I need an audio track with these cool sounds that are synth made where there's some randomization in there. It's a good idea to like get them frozen and copied onto their own audio track so that whatever happened in that take, that's what it sounds like forever. And I haven't done that yet with this drum circle. So I'm gonna do that now. Just copying some drum circle audio. Okay, and then I should just be able to drag this on up. I have it timed very specifically. By hitting. Make this a little bigger. By hitting control, holding control, and on the top half of the waveform, dragging to where I want to copy it, and then I have it copied. Oh, what? Did that do all of it? Just did that part. Okay, and then I'll do the same thing over here. And this is kind of like, rest assured I will be, I'll have the same sound every time it plays. Can hold control, copy it on up. And then this last one. All right, I should have all my pieces now. And I did not want the drum circled there, but you know what? I'm just going to copy it up in case. Such a hoarder. Such a hoarder of sounds. Okay, let's copy that on up. And then I'm going to mute this and have this play. And let's see if it'll actually be panned. Yes! Okay. The reason it wouldn't pan is because it was actually MIDI that was frozen. That's interesting. See this little asterisk? That means it's MIDI that's frozen. So that's really good to know. So now I can have that pan and do whatever I want. Great. I'm just going to tuck this other one away. Tuck it down here in the no man's land of things I don't use and will delete later, but I can't right now because I'm attached. Okay, cool. That sounded great. And I want to put it maybe not so left, but a lot. All right, let's listen. Cool, okay, nice. And then I've got this little marimba. Let's see what the marimba is doing. It's also left similarly, so what if I put it to the other side? And let's look at the frequencies of that. Have these playing together. Where does the drum circle start? Here. Except, there we go. Okay. Let's have... Okay. Well, I figure out the frequencies on here. Have this loop. Yeah, some plugins don't recognize frozen MIDI either. For real. It's good to figure out, like, why isn't it happening? Why isn't the thing happening that I want to happen? Frozen. This sound actually has a much deeper sound than I expected. This marimba. I wish I could look at both waveforms happening at the same time. I kind of just have to remember. Oh, hello. Oh, you can't see that. I apologize. My head's in the way. Let me scooch these over. All right, marimba. Nothing really much happening in that 500 range anyway. I like the depth that's happening here. Maybe about right there. Not the 808. Get out of here. So it's my marimba, and then this is drum circle. I'm gonna be on more on this side of things. All right, now they're sitting a little easier with each other. Marimba to the right, drum circle to the left. Sounded pretty cool, actually. Okay, take those off solo, see how it sounds. Bass down the middle. All right, I think that's sounding nice and clear. I'm going to save. And let's take this loop off and listen to it from the start. It's really soft, isn't it? This I think I probably need to turn down things that aren't the bell, but also turn up the bell. Let's turn up the bell. Oh, I have it down really soft.
You're sending me.
It's like this bell. It just needs a little bit more bite to it, not necessarily volume. But let's keep at the volume, with the gain rather. Let's see, I want to get a good balance between everything.
You're sending me on an expedition.
When does it come in? Not a fan of what that just did to it. Take that off.
You're sending me on an expedition.
So interesting. Rob Wells, one of our mentors at the TSA, talked to me in an appraisal about how reverb can make things sound dated in your productions, and this sort of blew my mind because I love reverb and I like it on everything. So I just kind of took it off everything. I think I'm going to put it back on to this particular sound. Just a little bit, just a little dimensionality.
You're sending me on an expedition to see what I can see. Look, I would rather just do nothing and talk philosophy.
All right, is it loud enough? Does it have its own space? I feel like it does now. could put it more central. And that would have a similar effect of having it be kind of more upfront and feel louder. I like that.
You're sending me on an expedition to see what I can see. Look, I would rather just do nothing and talk philosophically. But I'm supposed to do something more. Well, okay, but what for? Tried to chase a vision, but it was just a dead end.
Alright, let me make sure what I've got going on with my little whooshes happening over here, that they are also dimensional. Okay, so I've got a rain stick that's all the way to the right. And let's see how just that sounds by itself. I think I already EQ'd this guy. Yeah, sounds good. Could be even a little more. Boop.
Tried to chase a vision, but it was just a dead end. Now you want me to...
All right, let's look at this little guy, this little swooshy. Seems good to me. Just fine. Frequencies are right where they should be. Ooh, I could do some fun things. Maybe later. It's not the point. I don't want to distract either from the song. Let's bring back our robo vocoder. Okay. Take it off solo.
Tried to chase a vision, but it was just a dead end.
One more time.
Tried to chase a vision, but
Good.
it was just a dead end. Now you want me to try again.
There's a little breath in the vocoder I didn't like. Sort that out.
Now you want me to try again.
Let me get these sort of out of the way a little bit.
Now you want me to try again. To see what I
There we go.
see for you. I don't see what I see for just anybody. How will I trust you? If I give you my vision on demand, I hope
You can hear that in the left. That's nice.
when my side is your command.
Yeah.
I just pray my eyes are in good hands. Pray my eyes are in good hands. Eyeglasses are spyglasses. My ass is in trouble. Getting intel for the collective consciousness. And seeing double. Sorry if you'd hope for better news. I can't lie when I show. And seeing double. Sorry if you'd hope for better news. I can't
I thought there was a timing thing. I think it's okay.
If I give you my vision on demand.
Yeah, this is sounding like a whole world now, like a complicated machine. I'm really happy with that little high frequency guy on the left. So cool. Okay, so then I wanted to make sure that this, what is it called? Shakti patch. It's so fun. Remedial Shikari. I don't know where they get the names for these patches, but they're fun. I wanted to make sure that that was playing nice with the bass, and that they weren't stepping on each other too badly. They're definitely stepping on each other. I can decide if I want. Oh, that's my 808 ear. Pull out some of the low. Yeah. Okay. There's definitely stepping on each other. We're gonna figure it out. Where do I have this panned? I have it down the middle, so let's put it off to this side. Let's boost this some more. That's 60. Yeah, that's playing pretty nice together now. Let's hear it with everybody in.
If I give you my vision on demand, I hope you understand how vulnerable I am. When my side is yours.
Hold on. I heard a lip smack I don't want. So
When my
that one can be allowed. You're allowed. How about you?
when my side
This one we're gonna clean up. I need one lip smack. Doesn't need to be compounded by multiple doubles. Still want it to sound slightly human, I think. Let's feel like that better. Sorry, I'm getting some glitchiness. Can't hear it. I don't like it. I don't want it to sound human. So there. Try that. Still hearing it. Why? Is it in my parts? Probably. Let's cut that out. Just have this. Just a little bit of a fade. Just clean up the edges. Oh, it's in these manufactured harmonies. Yes. Okay, goodbye. Get you a little bit. Get you a little bit cleaned up. Ah, beautiful. I'll have to check the other chorus too. Okay, what have I got going on here with panning? Oh, I have that on exclusive. Yeah.
My eyes are in good hands. My eyes are in good hands.
I think I want him to go like this.
My eyes are in good hands. My eyes are in good hands.
Oh, but then I want this to go to the right. See how that is?
My eyes are in good hands. My eyes are in good hands.
Gotta figure this out so it's really satisfying.
My eyes are in good hands. My eyes are in good hands.
I like that. This spin down is kind of cool. It's an isotope thing. It's free, and I automated it to do the spin down thing. Very cool. So let's listen to that context. Nah, I kind of want this to be on the same side. Yep. That's what I want. So cool. All right, let's listen from the top. I think this is really quite close. I think it's quite close to being presentable.
You're sending me on an expedition to see what I can see. Look, I would rather just do nothing and talk philosophically. But I'm supposed to do something more. Well, okay, but what for?
I might have those vocoders straight down the middle.
Tried to chase a vision, but it was just a dead end. Now you want me to try again, to see what I can see for you. I don't see what I see for just anybody. How will I trust you? If I give you my vision on demand, I hope you understand how vulnerable I am. When my side is your command, I just pray my eyes are
I'm really happy with that. Shakuhachi. Shakuhachi. Who made this sound? I love it.
glasses are spy glasses. My ass is in trouble. Getting intel for the
Millisonics. Millisonics makes the best patches.
sorry
The best patches for Vital. Yep, amazing. I'm on a Discord that he's on. I'll have to thank him.
If I give you my vision on demand, I hope you understand.
So even though things are complicated, things have their own space.
I just pray my eyes are in good hands. Pray my eyes are in good hands. Pray my eyes are in good hands. Pray my eyes are in good
Beautiful. Whoa. What just happened? Okay. It really wants to misbehave today. I'm going to save. I'm going to listen to that just one more time through. I think I'm happy with the vocoder being straight down the middle. And I'll export this. And we'll move on. My God.
You're sending me on an expedition to see what I can see. Look, I would rather just do nothing and talk philosophically. But I'm supposed to do something more. Well, okay, but what for?
I had chroma key on my camera this whole time. No green screen.
But it was just a dead end. Now you want me to try again. To see what I can see for you. I don't see what I see for just anybody. How will I trust you? If I give you my vision on demand,
Cool. All right. I think I'm going to export this. So I'm really happy with how it's sounding. Control A. And get this pulled over to the very edge. And I'm just going to export it as an MP3 for now. Because well, maybe I should. I'm going to export it as a wave and then we'll put it in Bandlab and master it and then have it spit out as an MP3. And that's the highest MP3 it can go. Or yeah, it's the highest quality MP3 that I can make for my mentor to hear. So let's do that. And I want it to be 24-bit. Thank you very much. And so let's let it do its thing. Oh, sometimes it does this. I don't think I hit the render in real time button, but sometimes it just decides to play. I don't know why. Take a slight break from my ears here. Yeah. But how do you go about exporting things? I know people do it a little bit differently sometimes, but this has been the most... Oh! I forgot. I'm going to get a file of silence.
do something more. Well, okay, but what for?
It's just playing. See, I have these
Chase a vision.
these muted. Take that off mute. Here we go.
You want me to try.
All right, we're gonna try that again.
For you.
Yeah.
See what I see for just anybody.
All right. Export. Now I won't get a silent file. Jeremiah says, this song's giving me vibes I can't quite place right now. Cool. Or not vibes, but it sounds like a song you can't recall right now. One of the references for this is Postal Service, and the other one is Owl City. So maybe it sounds a bit like Fireflies or District Sleeps Alone Tonight, maybe? That's kind of the vibe that I really like. I love that sound. In that weird indie electronic that's like singer-songwriters making electronic music. I really like that a lot. I also like the like Norwegian, Sweden, Nordic sound. Boy, I can't remember the artist. He did the end song for How to Train Your Dragon. It's so good. It's gonna drive me crazy. What's his name? There's two Nordic artists that I really like. There's a song called Go Do by Jonesy. That song is so good. Oh no! What just happened? Did it? It's still playing. Wow. Did it actually export it? This has been a night. Wow. Okay. Did it actually do it? I will check. Over here while this opens up. It looks like it did. And it's 3 minutes and 8 seconds, so that looks correct. All right. Good. Very good. That was suspicious. I saved, right? I did save like multiple times. Save again. All right, let's pull up our Bandlab assistant here. I'm going to pull in Good Hands file. Here we go. And since it's a WAV file, it'll take a little bit longer to upload. You can see that it's just uploading now. It'll show when it's done. But yeah, Jonesy. And there's another one I really like. I'm Googling. If you like Jonesy, you'll like. And like Sigur Rós, of course, because that's the same guy. Moom, love them. I had their album in the early 2000s, and it still sounds so good. Yeah, that Nordic sound. Okay, it did it. There it is. Let's look. All right. Is it indeed? I have a waveform. That's good. Much better than silence. All right. So let's get this mastered. I didn't even check my output levels. I think it was like something I set and forget, but I think it'll be fine. I think I had enough headroom while I was working for the mastering to be nice. Sounding pretty good. It's very interesting when something's mastered, different aspects kind of pop out at me. And I'm wondering if sometimes I will stop and go back into the mix at this point. But let me listen to this a little bit more.
To see what I can see. Look at what would rather just do nothing and talk philosophically. But I'm supposed to do something more. Well, okay, but what for? Tried to chase a vision, but it was just...
All right, this is cool. It's cool. I like it. I'm gonna apply that. Exciting. This is great. Yay. I'll put this on the playlist with the others. That's exciting. That's great. I feel good about this. It's feeling like it's 90% there. That's great. So now I'm going to download this as an MP3. Go over here to mastered and get the MP3. It should be a nice high quality file that I'll then upload on SoundCloud for my mentor. Yeah. Jeremiah, if you think of that other artist, like, I'm very interested in that sound in general. I love that kind of vibe of sort of floaty, weirdo electronic. Also, Imogen Heap, maybe, perhaps, might be part of the vibe. Frou Frou in her Frou Frou days. Yeah, love Imogen Heap. Who are some of my other references? Who else did I reference for this? Let me see. References. Talking about references, I'm very curious about what the community thinks about using references. I think using reference tracks was something that I didn't really take seriously until joining the Songwriting Academy, where with every production that we submit for appraisal, we must include 2 reference tracks where it's kind of in the genre or the vibe or the sound that we're going for with whatever our production is. And before this, I knew about using reference tracks, and I knew you could use them to dissect the sounds and really listen, train your ears to understand what you're hearing, and they're important for that. But I've also seen them used with this mastering in the mix plugin, where I drop in the track and it analyzes it against my track, and that's been really interesting. So reference tracks, yeah, I feel like that's something that, and I don't want it to ever hold me back, where I'm going for a sound that I don't ever want to feel like limited by a reference track. It's been really interesting working with Eugene, because when he wrote these songs, he didn't have reference tracks in mind. He was just writing the song. It was coming from the heart. And I think that that's a totally legitimate way to go about it too. And then find references that were like, oh, kind of, this could sort of fit into that, and develop it as we go. And that's how it's been with all the songs on the album so far. Yeah, I think in this next half hour here, I will pull out this. This is fine. It's going to download and it'll be fine. I don't have to keep it up on the screen. I'm going to close this and open up the latest one that I've been working on, Switch On. Worked on it last week. Have had some progression since then. And we had an appraisal on it by Rob Wells, who's done several of my appraisals. And yeah, I'll read that and we'll look at it. Okay, so I'm going to close this one. Oh, it feels so good to like get a song into a finished state. Wow. Okay, Switch On. This is the latest one I was looking at. Opening up, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. Okay. Yeah, I think like some people resist using reference tracks because they feel like it hinders their creativity. But when you are really starting to listen with the producer ear, they're fascinating. And like, you start to think, oh, how did they make that sound? Oh, and then you start to know, like, ah, I know how they made that sound. And that's really an exciting moment when you can listen to a track on the radio and like know, oh, that's what they did to their synth. Okay, cool. That kind of thing. It's fun. So here's Switch On where we last left it. Not where we last left it. I've been working on it since then. And got in a fairly good draft. And so let's listen to it a little bit. I bet you can't hear that. Hold. Do my magic Voxango. Okay. There we go.
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for a destiny.
Ooh, what happened? Timing is very strange. Timing is very strange. What happened?
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for a destiny.
Totally rushed. What is happening? Is it that way all the way through?
And we found it truly fun to operate from zeros and ones. Switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off, that's what we do. Switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off, that's what we do. And
Maybe my ears are done because this just is sounding like what happened? The gremlins, they've eaten my brain.
we thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for a destiny to harness electricity. Science kits and chemistry and rocket.
Okay, I think this is another situation of Frozen tracks. Because this was based on this. I spent a long time on this.
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys prepared.
Let me make sure that these are exactly on. Yeah, there are definitely some timing stuff in the vocals with this. I can try to address that.
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys prepared.
Ugh, it just sounds really rushed, doesn't it? Sounds really rushed and odd. Here's where I need to do some research. I feel like that there's a way to quantize these, but I am not remembering or picturing how to do it except by chopping it into little
We
pieces.
thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing.
Yeah, I tried some things here. Let me just see what happens if I do this.
thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for a...
Maybe the original is just better. I don't know. Let's find out.
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for...
What if I just scooch the whole business over until it's wrong?
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys.
This is such a mind.
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for our destiny to harness electricity, science kits and chemistry and rocket toys.
Oh, what happened? Start this over. I better save this as for this evening. Yeah, I might be too fried to actually work on this. Timing, I feel like, takes a fresh brain. And there's a lot of timing work to be done on this song.
We thought that they were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for our destiny to harness electricity.
I can feel it when it's rushing or wrong. I feel it in my throat. It's like this subconscious thing where I just like, I tighten up my throat and it feels wrong, or like I tilt my head. It's like a thing in my body. It's like, this is wrong.
They were merely toys for entertaining girls and boys preparing for our destiny.
And it's going to take a while to sort out. I'll just listen to it.
Science kits and chemistry and rocket toy assembly. But then we found it truly fun to operate from zeros and ones. Switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. That's what we do. Switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. That's what we do. I'm up, you're down, I'm down, you're up. Switch on, switch off. Our feelings too.
What is happening? The Gremlins, guys. Like, everything sounds stilted and weird. I think that this is my computer and not so much the song's fault at this point. You know what? This has been a technical disaster after technical disaster. Thank you for hanging out with me. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Kianra and Jeremiah Peterson especially. And Gary earlier said hello. He had to go. He had a gig. I hope that went well. And yeah, anybody else who didn't opt for chatting but is watching anyway, thank you. I hope this was at least slightly entertaining and maybe you learned something. And at least you got to listen to the tunes a little bit. And yeah, Eugene, thanks for watching. And this has been such a cool project. And so I'm going to be talking with Cy tomorrow. We'll see what he says. I'm really excited. And I bid you all a good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope it's great. And I'll see you next time.